Hi, this is Robert Christensen with Amada Senior Care, and we're going to shoot some training today on how to make a call to a long-term care insurance carrier to validate one of our clients' policies that they have to pay for their care, whether they're at home or in a facility. So during this training, there's going to be about 12 things that we're going to focus in on that you're going to want to make sure that you get right and documented before you start care. When you make a call to a carrier, you're going to want to make sure that you find out what the elimination period is. How many days, is it actual days, calendar days, or 3 days equals 7? And when doing that, you're going to want to find out what day of the week starts. For instance, does it start on Sunday and go through Saturday? After that, we're going to go over daily benefits, the daily benefit amount, and next we're going to look at the multiplier. But before we go to the multiplier, we're looking at the daily benefits. We want to find out does the daily benefit or the benefit amount pay out on a daily basis? In other words, if we bill out $150 that day, will it pay $150? Or if we bill out $300 that day, it only pays out $150. So a daily benefits only pay out the maximum daily amount. Or is it a weekly benefit? So if it's $100 a day and it pays out on a weekly benefit, that would be 7 days times 100, so that would be $700. If it's a monthly benefit, it would times 30, so it would be a $3,000 benefit. So that's why it's important to understand the daily benefit, and does it pay out on a daily benefit, weekly benefit, or a monthly amount. And you want to clarify, does the facility benefit, if it has a facility coverage, does that pay out on a monthly basis or a daily basis? More times than not, it probably pays out on a daily basis, not on a monthly basis for facility care. We're going to look at the maximum benefit amount. So the way that that's usually figured is they're going to take the multiplier. So you're going to want to ask, what is the multiplier? In this case, that we're going to do, the multiplier is 730. To get the maximum benefit, you take the multiplier and you times that by the daily benefit. So in this case, $150 a day times 730 multiplier is $109,500. That's the maximum benefit. You're going to want to find out if it has restoration of benefits. Usually a restoration of benefits, they have to go treatment free for 6 consecutive months and then have a new event that triggers the policy. So we'll go over restoration of benefits. Then we're going to talk about premium waivers. When does the premiums go on waiver, and does it cover both the policyholder and the spouse if there's a spouse involved? Usually if they share a policy number but different buckets of money, both premiums are going to go on waiver, but you're going to want to get clarification on that. The next thing we're going to cover is inflation riders. Does it have an inflation rider on it? If it does have an inflation rider, you need to find out what the anniversary date is. That's important because this year it might be $100 a day, but if it has a 5% inflation rider on it, on April 1st, let's say, if that's when it was written, it's going to go up 5%. So it'll be $105 the next year, and then it'll compound each year if it has a compounding inflation rider benefit. So the next thing we're going to talk about is, does it cover home care and facility care? Qualify them both. Even though you're thinking you're just going to be doing home care possibly, you're going to want to know because down the road you may be doing a placement. Then home modification. Find out if it has a home modification benefit on it. Usually this benefit is there to cover the cost of making changes in the home when the policyholder goes home. And when that happens, more times than not, you're going to need to have a doctor's note addressing the recommendations from a physician due to the client's condition that changes are going to need to be made at home for safety purposes. Then you're going to probably need to get 2 bids prior to starting it and submitting that in. So that's home modifications. Respite care. We're going to cover respite care. Does the policy cover respite care? Usually, if it covers respite care, it'll cover for a duration of time, maybe 14 days, or a certain percentage of the monthly benefit. So a lot of policies will say they'll do respite care, but it will not pay more than the monthly benefit over a 12-month period of time. The last thing is monitoring equipment. It's important to ask this question because one of the services we provide is the PCN, or Private Care Network Monitoring Program. So we need to find out how and if this policy covers that. A lot of times it's a certain percentage of the monthly benefit. In this case, it's 5% of the monthly benefit. So that was $225, as you'll see in this example. And it's not to exceed a 12-month period of time. You need to find out if there are any other stipulations in it. Like, does it need to have a lease or a rental agreement? Does it need to be in the plan of care? So those are the 12 things that we're going to cover in the call that we're going to make to a long-term care insurance company. So quick summary on that. We've got the elimination period, the daily benefit, the multiplier, the maximum benefit. Does it have a restoration of benefits? Is there a premium waiver? Is there an inflation rider on there? What is the anniversary date that the policy was written on? All you need is the month and the year. Does it cover home care and facility care? If it covers facility care, find out what the definitions are for the facilities and types of facilities they cover. Home modification, respite care, and monitoring equipment. If they're going on hospice, you're going to want to ask some questions about hospice as well. So with that being said, the next training class that we're going to go over is going to address all of these issues on how to make a call to the long-term care insurance carrier and do a proper assessment or validation of what benefits are available for your policyholder and your future client.